Late last week, the Oklahoma House of Representatives passed a bill that fully bans abortions in the state. Now, that just passed the House. It hasn't become law yet. This is Oklahoma SB 1552. It passed 59-9. It is obviously a heavily Republican legislature, and the law is now on the desk of the state's Republican governor, Mary Fallin. If she signs it into law, the state could face one of the most intense federal legal battles on the issue of abortion. And we've seen attempts to ban abortion along many lines, make the procedure against the law, or make it really expensive for doctors to actually perform abortions by putting in place these outrageous hospital admitting policy requirements, or all sorts of other paths. What this would do, Lewis, is revoke the medical licenses of any doctor found performing the procedure for any reason other than in the case of a miscarriage or severe physical trauma to the fetus or pregnant woman. Doctors who perform abortions outside of that spectrum would face felony charges, according to this new potential law, and the prohibition would include abortions required to save the life of a pregnant woman, but inducing an early birth to save the life of a fetus would be legal. This is from the text of SB 1552. We have it, I believe, to put up on the screen for people. Performance of an abortion, as defined by Section 1730 of Title 63 of the Oklahoma statutes, with an intention other than to increase the probability of a live birth, to preserve the life or health of the child after live birth, to remove an ectopic pregnancy, or to remove a dead unborn child who died as the result of a spontaneous miscarriage, accidental trauma, or a criminal assault on the pregnant female or her unborn child. When you hear this, you probably think, wait a second, what about Roe v. Wade? In 1973, the Supreme Court decided that women in the United States have a constitutional right to privacy with regard to medical choices. That includes abortion. Well, you wouldn't be the only one wondering about that. The Center for Reproductive Rights urged the governor not to sign the bill. Amanda Allen, who is the CRR's senior state legislative counsel, said to the Daily Dot that this is not only cruel but unconstitutional. If you thought the abortion situation was fine and dandy in Oklahoma prior to this ban, you'd be wrong anyway. CRR told the Daily Dot that the entire state of Oklahoma, Lewis, has only 2 abortion providers, period.
Well, it might be kind of dangerous to be an abortion provider in such a place. In a climate like that. You might worry for your safety, and I can imagine what the crowds look like around those clinics on any given day.
We know about the bullying. We know about the harassment. We also know that laws like this don't really reduce the number of abortions in any significant way. They do lead to more women dying as a result of these so-called back alley abortions. Maybe Oklahoma just has no other problems to solve, so they figure we're going to take on abortion. Not really. Once again, they rank near the bottom in so many areas, but they waste time on nonsense like this. Education quality, nearly last. Public health and healthcare, nearly last. Income, very, very low. Taking care of the environment, air quality, disaster in Oklahoma, crime problems. Maybe the silver lining in Oklahoma is that they're only 16th worst for toxic chemical releases. Something that they have going for them.
Maybe they just don't have enough big business willing to pollute coming to the state. Maybe they need to lower their tax rates.
It's only by virtue of their terrible business climate that they're only 16th in toxic chemical releases. You can be sure if it was a better place to do business, they'd have way more pollution. Yeah, so as usual, the state's focusing the most time, energy, and money on banning legal medical procedures are the ones that have a lot of other stuff to worry about. Talk to me about this on our Facebook page, facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Very interesting interview coming up after the break. Gamefly is sort of like Netflix for video games. They have over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price. There's never any due dates or late fees, and our audience can get a free 30-day trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.
The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included. There's no contracts, and you can rent games through the mobile app. Get the free 30-day trial for the David Pakman Show audience and support our show by going to gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.